Look, brother, it's brother Eric and Mohini Didi, and their chit chat session is going on. Welcome, brother Eric.
Welcome.
Hello, dear angels. Thank you. I feel now that every Saturday I'll be picked up by a plane. Usually I wait for a taxi or for a limousine, but this is a Vyakti plane picking me up directly to take me to Mohini Didi. So thank you for the lift. And I'll try to keep my questions very light. Is that okay?
Okay, that's good.
Very light question, very easy question that won't make anything heavy at all. So Mohini Didi, we have to make sure the flight doesn't get heavy with my strange questions. Nice to be with you all again. Om Shanti, everyone in Avyakti Parivar and in the world. So Mohini Didi, you get to be asked so many things. Is there anything we didn't ask you yet? You know, this will be the question that was never asked. One day we'll do a session. I really enjoyed, you know, we're talking about the golden age. Do you feel that by having this whole month of Murli revision and now the golden drops and this whole theme, are we invoking golden age for very, very, very soon? Are we making golden age come a bit faster than it will come normally?
Yeah, definitely. No, we have to be ready. We have to be the masters. I am finding that the way, of course, there are a lot of points, but some of the points, and especially when the meditation is on, the commentary is on, whatever few words are spoken, I'm really connecting so much and experiencing and also feeling that really is emerging more and more. So I feel that if few thousands or few hundred thousands of us can create heaven within, that means it's the time Baba is preparing us that we could play that part. And this whole thing of your thought can create upheaval in the nature. So that means if we are moving towards that stage of perfection or purity or royalty or being masters, this will create more upheaval, right? So on the other side, we talk about news of the world, look what is happening in the world. But other side, Baba is saying that your pure thought is creating upheaval because nature also has played and will be playing a major role in helping us to create, in the sense of then destroying what it shouldn't be. Because that's a big part. Creating is one part, but to finish all what is happening, to destroy everything is a very big part. And I remember that Baba said why every element is worshipped as a deity, because they contributed in establishment. So one is establishment, another is destruction, and then there is sustenance, right? So definitely our moving every step internally towards the golden age creates a bigger upheaval, and that upheaval will cooperate in creating golden age in practical in the sense of day-to-day life.
But you're giving us the guarantee that by creating upheaval, we don't have karmic accounts with what happens, right? Because if upheaval, if upheaval creates really a chaos, I don't want to have the karmic account of all that, right?
How can that be? Because I am not doing it, right? I am only creating pure elevated thoughts. But to make that accomplished, nature is cooperating, because nature also, we hear so many stories that earth is also very tired of sinful actions, negativity, violence, and we cannot even see it, right? We cannot, it's difficult to see for anyone. But what can we do? We cannot do anything. I think people are trying so much for negotiations, for peace, so nature comes in the picture, and nature said, well, it's my world. misuse of my, whatever I am offering to the world from earth and air and water. So they revolt, and when they revolt, then they create upheaval. So I don't have any karmic accounts in that. My karmic accounts sit with God now, with no one else. Baba keeps my record of everything, and I always feel that I have to be in front of Baba in the end. So my karmic account, Baba is watching, and I have to, whatever is there, he will help me to settle.
But do you sometimes wonder how it's going to really be possible to clean all this? Because even just Mount Abu, to clean it, because we need to have a transition period. And when we see all the toxic waste, all the, I know maybe probably it's a waste thought to even think about it, but when I look at New York and you think, how are we going to clean all this, and where is that going to, how is it going to disappear? Because it takes, so long for matter to be regenerated. You never think a little bit about this, how they're going to do the cleanup?
I don't think, but there are certain instances, like whenever there is a big storm, everyone after that says that air is so clean. And, the changes which start happening because of the water flooding and a lot of things. I mean, I know this is a bigger picture to think of. One time Baba said, okay, if they don't use bombs, there are still bombs. If they keep in the ocean, they are still there. But it happened last Kalpa, right? The fire, water, air combined, will create something where everything gets dissolved. But also there is another level which has to be created, where Baba said all the banks have gold, silver, accumulated wealth of all these metals. They will also go into the elements. And that's why in golden age, water will again have, gold sand and minerals and everything. So it's only God, and nature has a big plan for that. And I don't know, internally, I do feel that when anything reaches to a climax, a change has to come. And I don't know what worst we are expecting, but it can be, and it can be it's possible. But even to watch all that happen, we have to be very powerful and bestower and just keep giving blessings, receive blessing from God and everyone. We have to just be in that stage, and we don't see anything else.
So by thinking about this golden age and creating it within us, you have been watching yourself deeply for so many years, but I know you have been also observing many of us. Do you think we're ready? Do you think it's okay now? We're ready. It can golden age can come, or do you feel that we really need to? There's some big parts missing in preparing golden age.
In everyone's life, when it's the right time, in the sense of there is some kind of distaste start happening. Disinterest is there. Many things like you don't want to hear in detail. You don't want to know everyone's story in detail. Like you say, okay, tell us. So there is a disinterest and distaste, which helps us to go more towards in a subtle way and a divine way, because when there is disinterest somewhere, then you have more interest on other side. No, one of our elder sister left body recently, Chandruman, and also many seniors. Even myself, I can say that our bodies reach to a point where we have very limited energy, but we are so sensible. I want to use every drop of energy in a meaningful way because I don't have any extra to use it or waste it. So what start happening, that soul start moving towards perfection. So like Chandruben was so changed, in 2 years. It was so different she was. And so Baba gave her time or the nature to reach to perfection, right? And so actually when she left, she was happy, she was content, and so much love for everyone, even those who had a lot of difficulties, challenges for her life. She was very loving to everyone, very loving. That's why everyone is really kind of looking at her. And so each one of us will get a time where Baba will allow us to make perfect. And then whatever little physical pain or hurt is there, Baba keeps soul in subtle region to heal that completely. And when the soul is in Baba's lap, in Baba's presence, whatever little is there is gone. So that's the stage of perfection. So it's not only my effort, but Baba and the nature. And, it's like the change will happen. Everyone will get to reach to that stage.
Do you think that this is what happened to all the daddies as well, like we've seen with Mama and all the daddies? Because many were surprised why they would, settle so many accounts at the end when they have done the whole life of efforts. Do you think it was just the last little things to be clean whilst their stage was actually not settling? They were not settling mentally, but just the body was settling.
Yeah, but it's law of nature that whenever it's the end of your lifespan, it's not even settling. I just feel that like last cleansing which happens, and you completely, lose interest in the world. There are no material desires, and it's completely very different stage which I noticed. Right? I was telling them when they giving me assignment in Delhi, India, and start things which I said, but it's since 2 3 years I haven't delegated everything. I don't do anything of this. So then I thought how to play that part in a different way. So I think that when it's my experience and look at others, then I know that must be happening. And I used to feel it, but I never realized what it is. So it's cleansing which happens in the end, and clearing everything, cleansing and clearing more than settling.
Mm. Just quickly also, I was wondering, I'm still thinking, okay, we're going to Golden Age. I'm getting ready. My suitcase is very little empty. I'm just taking nothing, just a few virtues, powers, and I cannot take the knowledge. When you came to Baba, did you have the feeling also, like many of us, that Golden Age was going to come very, very soon? Were you having that feeling when you were young, thinking that it will be happening very, very shortly?
Because the way Baba spoke, as the world is going to end soon, so it was very good because we knew time is short. We made a lot of efforts. So the foundation is very good. If at that time we hadn't made that intense effort, I don't know if we would have reached there. So I saw benefit in believing that is very short time. So anyone told us anything, oh, I have to become 16 degrees. We don't mind anything. I have to pay attention. I have to inculcate. So that became our foundation, that today we are able to progress or do all this service from that stage also. Yeah. So yeah, I
After
did.
how long? After how long did you start to realize, well, maybe it's not going to happen right away?
No, I never thought that way. I always feel when Baba says in Murli, one is about world, one is about the self. And, so I can go anytime. So I have to be ready, right? So I don't see it when world will change, when destruction, but I always feel I have to be ready. And it's so interesting when you are ready, you can serve on a different way. So you enjoy that also, that now I'm serving, my each thought is being like a blessing. And so there is always like so much to see, but I definitely feel that time, any time it can be like they are threatening about Third World War, but it might not happen when they are warning, but it can happen, right? But why it has to be in the war and so many people, the way they suffer. So Baba says, I don't like people to suffer. So there will be natural way, and that will be upheaval of the nature.
So last mini question, someone who is looking at you thinking, wow, after 60 years, Sister Mohini is reaching a complete stage and she's ready. And someone who has been only making effort for 10, 15 years or even 40, thinking or missing 20 years. And how can we be thinking, how can I reach such a high stage in less time? Because there won't be, maybe that much time for others.
No, don't worry, because same thing happened that many Brahmins still think that because Dadis has 14 years, we became that, when will we get 14 years? I never think that way. And when you will listen Murli tomorrow, Baba is talking to the new ones, that the bonus they get, the grace they get, special opportunities Baba will give them, they will still make it. I don't think you should worry. Anyone should be concerned. Baba has given you aim. He's responsible to make us accomplish there once you are not careless or keep making mistakes. But just have this pure thought that I have to be that and make, sincere efforts and see drama and nature, all of us together will help you. We all go together.
Thank you. I want to reassure the little angels, we're not worrying. We're just trying to solve the puzzle. And so it's like a game. We want to find a solution to the riddle. So don't worry, little angels. The plane is still very light and we won't bring any worries on plane. All right. So thank you, Mohini Didi. It's always lovely to be, I feel now we're at the airport together waiting for the plane. So nice chit chat at the airport. And I'll let our pilot and co-pilot take us to this beautiful trip every day to Madhuban. Lovely. Thank you for picking me up in Montreal. Really enjoy that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Shanti.
Wow, this plane is so light. It feels so pure now. Right, sister?
Yes, brother, the clouds definitely went away. We can see so clearly.
Yeah, the plane is working so well.
So, today we have a special surprise for Brother Eric and all of Avyakti Parivar. So, the favorite part about this show is that Brother Eric, usually at the end of every chit chat session, he waits for the doli. So today, you'll get to see how the doli is made and prepared.
Thank you. I was missing that part actually. The last few Saturdays, I didn't get my toli. So thank you. You're really double angels.
Don't worry, you'll get this super special Madhuban toli, and you will see how it's made in the toli making department.
So let's quickly fasten our seatbelts and fly to Madhuban.
Let's